Well, guys. What do you know? It's another beautiful day in downtown G here. And today I'm talking about mental health, right? We all have issues with mental health, I believe. Some of us just don't have the nerve to talk about it. So I'm going to talk about it. Okay. We self medicate, right, guys? Don't we all self medicate in some way or another? Right? I do, right? I self medicate with marijuana. I self medicate with pills. Some people self medicate with alcohol. Some people self medicate with harder drugs. Some people self medicate um, with sexual deviance. I mean, there's all kinds of ways to deal with your issues, right? Your mental issues, because that's what they are, right? They're not they're not forces from the outside imposing themselves on you. They're issues that you create inside your mind for whatever reason, right? Your perception of what is happening around you or to you is what creates your mental wiring, right? So if you perceive what's happening to you to be bad or mostly bad or periodically bad, well, it's going to be that way, right? It's and you know, go back to my talk last night just for a second. Is it's that energy, man, right? So we all have issues, right? I've got them. Jesus Christ. If I laid out all the issues I had in front of you guys, you would say he needs to be in a fucking mental institution. Okay. But, I know I don't, right? Um, because I've figured out because of what I was talking about yesterday, um, how to manage all of my issues, the good and bad issues, and how to put them in a way that makes makes better sense um, for me and the world around me, right? Um, so yes, I do take medication for depression. Not ashamed to admit it, man. Okay. I let the negative forces of the world do damage to my being. Okay. That's what the fuck happens. Right. I mean, that's how we get depressed. That's how we get sad. We let what happens around us affect what happens to us. And and the mind, there used to be a commercial for drugs during I think it was the Reagan years. I can't remember the anti-drug movement and all that shit. Was an egg on the stove being fried, and it was like, don't let your brain be like the egg and get fried. Okay, well, it's not the drugs that fried our brains, guys. They can, sure, especially the man-made drugs. The man-made drugs will definitely fry your fucking brains. Um, but um, told you I zap. That's what happens. Um, so I got issues, right? I deal with them. Now, because of this awakening or gift that I was given, I have now been able to understand how to control them in such a way that they they can't affect me anymore. Okay. They can't dominate my thought process anymore. The negatives, right? Um, they're there. They're always going to be there. They're in every one of us. They're always going to be in every one of us. But we do have the power to control it. We do have the keys to the fucking switchboard. Okay. Um, we just don't. We just don't believe it. Okay. We think because we are told, right? Who's telling us that what is happening to us is wrong, right? Who's telling us that we are broken? Okay. Who is telling us that we aren't living to society's standards, right? Who is telling us how we should be as a human being? Right? It's not God telling us these things. God's not the one saying you're fucked up in the head. It's man. Okay. Look at it, guys. It's fucking man doing this to each other, right? Because it's control, right? It's simple, man. It is so fucking simple that it is so hard to believe that it's that simple. And, you know, so, I mean, I was watching a commercial last night about some medication. They, and it was all these people dancing around like they were fucking fairies wearing boots, happy go lucky. La la la. I take my medication and I feel so fine. La 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 la. It makes me, well, you know what I mean? You know, Xanax, whatever the fuck it is, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's the sales pitch, right? Take these pills and you will be better. Take these pills and it will help you, and they do, guys. They do help you. Okay. But they help you the wrong way. Okay. They help you dull, dull the negative. They don't help you control it. All the medications do is dull the negative. Okay. And if you stop taking the medications, then, the medication is no longer dulling the negative forces, right? So they start creeping back up, right? Duality of man, guys, personalities. We got two of them. It's good and bad. It's all in there. It's all the same, right? It's which one you control, right? So we have decided that how we control mental illness, perceived mental illness, is with medications, right? And I'm here to tell you from someone that takes medications, and I take my medicines every day, okay, is that it deadens your spirit, okay? It flattens your spirit out, right? We're not supposed to be, flatlined, okay? We're not supposed to be a flatline being, right? We're not supposed to be on a even keel, right? Fuck that. We're supposed to be wild and crazy and create and do all these beautiful things, right? Okay? But people say that's not normal, right? Somebody somewhere, some back time said, you know what? There's a fucking problem with somebody that wants to live like that, that wants to live totally free, right? Totally free. Free to think what I want, free to do what I want, free to act what I want, as long as I am not here to hurt anyone or to hurt myself, right? Let's say, right? Which I'm not, okay? I love this fucking place. It's a crazy, fucking insane world, and I'm having a blast in it. And I'm starting to figure the whole thing out. And well, I'm not going to say start to. I figured the whole thing out, right? And I'm getting ready to have a lot of fucking fun. Okay. Um, yes, I believed that I had mental health issues, right? Because that is this part of my psyche that I fed, right? I always looked at, you know, why didn't I get that promotion? What the fuck was wrong with me? Or why didn't I get that job that I applied for? What's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? So I start doubting, right? You start doubting yourself. So you start becoming negative and you get depressed and you're feeling the weight of the world. And it's like, oh my God, I can't take this anymore. What am I going to do? How am I going to survive all of this? Right. So, your loved ones and your family and your friends say, well, maybe you can talk to somebody, right? And maybe they can help you. So you agree and you go talk to somebody, right? And based on their learned experiences, because that's all psychiatry is a learned experience, right? I think that's all life is a learned experience. Um, they deduce what they think may be wrong, right? Okay. But in reality, right, if we're going to be 100% honest, and I mean 100% honest, okay, they don't know, guys. They can't know. I mean, they don't know how the brain works. They know pieces and parts. That's it. Okay. They don't know how the brain works. So, how can they tell you what is wrong with your brain? Right? This is the hard part to understand, right? Is if they're doing trial and error. They're doing guinea pig experiments on us, right? To figure out which one is the best way to keep you flatlined. Okay. Right? Seriously. All right. And if you believe you're insane and you want to hurt yourself or you want to hurt anybody else, by all fucking means, guys, go see somebody and talk to somebody. All right, because that is not the answer. Checking out of this game is not the answer. Hurting yourself or someone else is not the fucking answer. Okay, that just gets rid of you, right? That's all it does. And you get to go out back up into the universe with your negative ball of fucking energy, and that killed yourself or someone else, and you go back out into the fucking universe, right? And guess what? We're all up there being positive, saying "fuck you." You're not staying here with us. Go somewhere else and learn how to do this shit the right way. Right? You're reincarnating. We're reincarnating you into something else. Your energy is going somewhere else. It might go into a fucking dog. I don't know. It might go into a tree. I don't know. But it doesn't stay there. Okay? It goes back to hell. Get it? You can't stay in heaven. You got to go back to hell. And you got to play again. And you got to play the game again and again and again and again until you get it right. Okay. And then when you get it right, you get to stay up there and play for eternity. Right. Okay. That's the game. Right. And, that is the ability to be able to let that go. Right. And, I take my medications now because it makes my wife and kids happy. I've told you all this, and I'll tell you that, and I'll keep telling you that because it's true, right? Um, when I went through this bullshit, I went through this fucking energy change, energy shift, whatever. Um, I felt all my negativity leave, guys. Okay, I felt all the hate leave. I felt all of that go away, right? Um, it just I let it all go, right? And I've got writings I want to get into. I'm going to pick one up here in a minute, about the dark night of the soul, right? This is one of the processes. I don't know who's. It might be in some um, Eastern philosophy, or something along those lines. But basically, what it is, the way I can explain it, is you are learning how to balance your energies. Okay, you're learning how to get your, in Eastern religions, I think it's your chakras, right? Whatever, right? You're getting centered. You're centering yourself back to the universe. Okay, you're reconnecting with the beginning of where we came from, the beginning of everything, right? We're reconnected to that. So that's controlling your demons, your negative energy, your depression, right? The mental duality of man, you have to be able to control. And you're going to feed one side or the other. And I fed the dark side, the mental side, that made me feel like I was not worthy of all the things that I know now that I'm worthy of. And I know they're coming, right? I don't have to go out there and sell it. I don't have to go out there and make anybody else believe it. That's not my job, right? My job is to help you understand what my mental situation is and my mental health is, and how someone that thinks that they are having issues, um, you know, really are not having as big issues as it may be perceived to be. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Okay, do not listen to me as a doctor or a psychiatrist or any kind of fucking medical professional whatsoever. I'm not even a shaman. I'm Jesus Christ incarnated. Okay. I rose from the dead, right? That's who I am. I rose from the dead. Okay. Not everybody believes Jesus Christ. Not everybody's going to believe me. That's just the way it is. Okay. I can't help that. Positive, negative, right? I am telling you mentally, I am better. I am clearer. I am more understanding than I have ever been in my entire life, guys. Okay. Now, okay. So that scares people. Okay. Right. This is what trips me the fuck out about this whole thing. Right. This is what trips me out about this whole thing. Right. So the religious folks, they pray to their God, and, they're praying for a miracle or a sign or whatever it is, right? Come on, show me, right? Uh, You know, the old saying, I'm from Missouri, I'm from the show me state, right? I understand, right? You know, I just forgot where I was going with that. But anyway, um, I understand the doubt because that's right. I know where I'm going now. um, I understand it because I doubted, right? I was from the show me state, right? Okay, show me, motherfucker. You think you're God? Give me a sign, motherfucker. Why are you letting all these people down here die? Why are we killing millions of Jews in ovens? Right? Why are we putting chains on millions and millions of people around the world and whipping them to fucking death to do our work? That's not God, man. God, the all-knowing, the all-loving, that's him. Fuck you. He don't exist, man. He only exists here, right? We're the ones that do this shit to each other, right? There's no fucking puppet master. There is no puppet master. Okay? There is no puppet master. You're your own puppet master. Okay? And who you follow and who you believe and what you do defines who you become and who you are, right? So, you know, when I was a young kid, I'm not going to say a young kid, I'm going to say a late teenager. Um, you know, uh, I started getting into Black Sabbath, my favorite band of all time, right? Ask anybody that any of my kids, they'll and my wife, they'll tell you that Ozzy Osbourne is a fucking legend, right? They named him the Prince of Darkness, right? Okay, but who the fuck actually listens to what he's saying, right? Okay, for the longest time, I couldn't hear what he was saying, right? I was feeding the songs the wrong way, man. I was listening to his words the wrong way, right? Because I was looking at the dark. I was playing in the devil. I was playing in hell, right? Because I thought it was fun, right? It was exciting, man. That's where all excitement is, right? La la la. That's where you get to snort cocaine and go around and screw a bunch of women or go to titty bars or whatever, man. You go out there, you have fun, right? You what is the old saying? You fucking trim your wild hairs, right? You trim your wild hair. So you go play with the devil, right? That's what we do. All right. But I played there too long and it became too mental, right? It became that consumed who I was, right? Was the dark. Okay. And so, I always felt like I was the loser, right? The outsider, right? I mean, guys, I got friends that, my wife has friends that tell you that I don't fucking talk to them. Okay. I don't. I don't dislike them. I don't know why I don't talk to them, right? I don't know why. I don't feel a positive energy. Okay? I feel I need to stay away. I need to be standoffish, right? Um, Nothing they've done to me, right? But it just didn't feel right. So I avoid it, right? No, honey, I'm not feeling good. I'll stay home. Um, I told you I would tell you the truth, right? Everything I tell you is going to be my truth. So I wouldn't talk to them, man. I wouldn't go out and associate with people because I didn't feel like they got what I was saying. I didn't have enough confidence, right? That's what it comes down to is I did not have enough confidence to speak this kind of truth in front of people because they would look at me like I was some fucking, you know, demon reincarnated that needed to be burned at the fucking stake like they did the witches or whatever, right? So I just kept to myself, man. I listened and observe and listen and observe, right? And you start putting the pieces of the puzzle together of what is actually going on and in here, right? So, this dark night of the soul thing I'm talking about is you looking yourself deep into yourself. I've already said this. I'm gonna, I guess I have to say it a bunch of different ways. I guess I don't know. It's repetitive as shit. But so is the teachings of Jesus Christ, right? Fuck, they've been talking about his ass for thousands and thousands and thousands of fucking years, right? And we still haven't got the message, dudes. We still haven't got his fucking message. Ain't that a pisser? Ain't that a kick in the fucking nuts, right? Okay, that's a kick in the fucking nuts. right? Square dead because because they killed him, right? Before he could tell us how to fix ourselves, right? Before he could tell us how to fix ourselves. And um, I now know how to, I now have been able to fix myself. Believe it, don't believe it, I don't care, right? So, anyway, people doubt it. They think you're crazy. So, you go see doctors, right? Which I've done. I go see the doctors for my wife and kids, and they find nothing wrong, right? Still to this day, nothing they find is wrong, right? No tumors in my brain, nothing weird growing. I got nothing growing weird anywhere in my body. Blood work is good. Yeah, my diabetes is a little high, but you know what? Fuck it. It's an organic body. I'm I'm controlling it the best I can, right? Other than that, old guy's in perfect fucking health. I might break my glasses if I'm not careful. I just bent them. So other than that, I'm in perfect health, guys. Right? You know, am I a little out of shape? Sure. Right? I mean, this is but whatever. I mean, my heart's good. All that stuff's good. So now my mental state is good. So from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet, Eddie Gignac has become a whole person. Right? There is no more doubt. There is no more guesswork as to what I am and what I'm doing, right? Now, who can say that, right? How many people, how many people on this planet can honestly say that they 100% know exactly who they are, right? In the entire picture, not just in Spain or France or the United States, who they are, right? I'm talking about in the universe, right? Who they are in the universe, right? The whole meaning as to why. Why are we here, right? Um, you know, these are the messages, right? So by me fixing my mental state, by not feeding my darkness, right? And letting all of that go and slip away into the fucking never land, wash down the river, right? It's water under the bridge. All the sayings, guys, are there, right? It's water under the bridge. There's nothing you can do about it. Let it fucking go, right? You can't change the past. Let it go, right? But we don't. We hang on to it for some fucking reason. Not the good shit, right? Hang on to the good stuff, man. That's the beauty of the journey, right? Is to see the beauty, right? The beauty of the journey is to see the beauty and create the journey and create the beauty, right? Not fucking, try to destroy it, right? And in destroying yourself, that's what you're doing, man, is destroying the beauty. You're destroying your ability to create the beauty. And so now, me fixing that, right? Letting that water go under the bridge, I see the beauty, guys, everywhere, everywhere, everywhere in everything. And that doesn't mean that I'm not going to eat meat, because I see the beauty in a cow's eyes. I love fucking beef. So, cows are here for us to consume, right? We're entitled to do these things. You don't have to eat it. I don't care. You want to eat grass like a horse or a cow? Eat grass like a horse or a cow. It doesn't matter, right? It's all the same stuff, right? The grass is the same stuff that feeds the cows that feeds us. Da 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 da. Right? It's all organic, man. It's not rocket science, right? It's all organic. We eat organic shit. We are organic shit. You know. So play that game if you want. It doesn't matter, right? It's not that we consume living things for sustenance because even a plant, you fucking morons, is a living thing. Okay, break it down, put it under a microscope. It might not have our intellect, right? But it's a fucking living being. Okay, so you're killing a living being when you eat the fucking grass, just like you're killing a cow. You're killing another being when you eat the cow. Okay, it's the same, right? um you know would I eat a human being to survive? Absolutely. Okay. Because that is what our organic body is designed to do. It is designed to survive, right? but it is not designed to go out and fucking murder and kill and rape and annihilate civilizations and populations for fucking greed. That's not what it's about, right? That's what it's been made to be about. So, um, so I got to see all this, right? And I got to understand all this. And, it fried my brain, guys, for the first bit, because you have to look at your own darkness to be able to fix yourself, right? Because nobody can do it, right? I've said this, nobody can do for you what you can do for yourself, right? You hear it everywhere, man. You hear it in everything. Nobody can fix you but you, okay? Nobody. I don't, yeah, okay, you're going to say, well, what about a surgeon and a heart transplant? Okay, that's not fixing you. Okay, let's get real. That's fixing your organic being. Okay, that's not fixing you. That's not fixing whoever you are in here, the real person, the real Eddie Gignac. Okay, the real Eddie G. The real asshole, the real dickhead, whatever you want to think. Okay, you got to fix that, right? And no doctor can fix that because they don't understand it, right? I mean, come on, man. You know, just read a few books about neurology or read a few books about the human brain and you understand we know very, very little, man. The amount that we know is minuscule to the amount that we have. Okay. And this is the message that we need to receive, right? Is, Stone Sour has a song that I was listening to, Looking Through the Glass, I think it is. And, one of the lyrics is that, when a soul becomes initialized, right? Yeah, when a soul becomes initialized, or when the soul becomes energized, or when the soul becomes alive, right? Alive here, where it's supposed to be alive, right? When that happens, right? You fixed yourself, okay? You have fixed yourself, okay? And you can go see anybody, anywhere, anytime, any test, any whatever, and they're not going to find anything wrong, okay? Because you have figured out how to let the fucking water go under the bridge. You have figured out how to let all the bullshit go. You have figured out how to let all that negative energy that's been dominating your life wash away from you, right? And, you know, once that happens, then you have repaired your soul, right? You have repaired your spirit, your real person, your real energy, then has no choice, none, but to connect with the source of everything. Because they attract, man. We just come together, right? It just happens, right? Why do they put one battery one way in a flashlight and one battery another way? I mean, what's that about, right? Think about it, man. Positive, negative. I mean, it sounds stupid. Why did you say a battery? Well, because a battery is charged positively and negatively, right? Has to be, right? So anyway, I just wanted to get on here and kind of spin off some more into you know myself personally, not so much talking about the religious stuff, but personally, man, you know you'll go through if you've lived your life anywhere close to what I'm talking about, anywhere close, then you'll start understanding when. Hold on a second, let me grab one of these things. All right, because I told you I wanted to get into some of this shit. So I'm gonna pull one of these notebooks out and see where I was at when I was going through this. So, um, yeah, we talked about that. Okay. Okay, this is going to be cool. This is going to be about numbers, I think, if I'm recollecting. Um, so yeah, this is going to be about numbers because this is pretty good. Look at all this shit, man. I don't write like this, but I'm going to get somebody to put it all together in a format that is understandable and flows because nobody can understand this but me, I'm sure. Okay. Um, anyway, numbers, right? So we'll get into that real quick. So in September 11th, 2001, we planes hit the World Trade Centers, right? We all remember that, right? One of the saddest days in American history, right? One of, I mean, in reality, it was only 3,000 people. So, one of the saddest days in American history, one of the saddest times in American history was our own internal conflicts that we had with ourselves. Okay. Back in, look at the Civil War. More citizens killed in any war anywhere in the world, I believe, or some shit like that. Whatever. We killed a lot of people, right? For what? Dirt, right? Fucking cotton. Come on, man. What a bunch of fucking idiots. So anyway, numbers. So 9/11 happens, right? And of course, I'm a patriot, man. I love my country, right? I love the United States of America with all of its fucking flaws, with all of its bullshit. It's my home, right? So I protect my home. But it does not mean that I need to go out and fucking bomb, 100,000 people to protect my home. Okay. It doesn't mean that, right? There's a kinder, gentler way, right? Sometimes you need the hammer. Don't get me wrong, because remember, the negative is always trying to fucking win. So you got to hammer that motherfucker back, right? But you don't have to be the aggressor. And so, um, it affected me deeply, right? Because my home was attacked. And then I started thinking about, well, I'm going to fly off, I'm going to go, I'm going to hang a right real quick, right? What it did for me is made me realize what we did to the Native Americans in this country. Okay. Okay. The pain that I felt when my home was attacked, okay, by an outside force, right? When my home was attacked by an outside force, um, I then reflected and began to understand because I'd already, you know, gotten my call, right? I got my call already. So I began to understand how what we did affected the Native American peoples, right? It was the same fucking thing, right? I mean, it was the same thing, guys, right? We were attacked. We got offended. We got hurt. We got mad. We fucking went after them, blah, 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 right? We did all that shit because we were attacked. No different than the fucking Native Americans were trying to do, guys, right? They were being fucking attacked, right? And we fucking, what did we do to them? We fucking obliterated them, right? And not just here in the United States. This shit happened everywhere, okay? So I'm not saying that the United States is bad because they did this. Was it wrong? 100 fucking percent wrong. Okay. Should we make amends for it? 100 fucking percent we should. Okay. We need to make amends for all the wrongs that we've done as a species to each other. Okay. That is not living in the way of Jesus Christ, you fucking morons. Okay. And I don't care if you hate me. I don't care if you think I'm fucking Satan. What I'm telling you is true. Here comes my negative energy because I need to say it this way. Okay. It has to be said this way because nobody's fucking getting it. Okay. And you have to, guys, defend the fucking positive, right? What happened to what we've done to people all around the world, okay, is fucking negative, man. Okay, we're killing each other for money. We're killing each other for fucking oil. We're killing each other for fucking houses. And I mean, what are we doing? Really? What the fuck are we doing? Really? Here comes the negative, right? You all need to wake the fuck up, right? I can't wake you up, right? It's 63 years it took me to be woken up. So I understand it, right? Jesus Christ understood it. He understood he couldn't wake everybody up, right? But his message was so strong and his message was so powerful and his message was so real, right? They fucking killed him for it, okay? Wake up. Hello. Okay. He was saying, be free. That's all he was saying, guys. Be fucking free. Be a God Fly into the universe. Fly next to me, man. Come on, let's enjoy the ride, right? That's what he was saying, right? Let's make beautiful things and enjoy it, right? You know, so yeah, I'm going off again, but these are the dualities, guys. These are the things that are real, right? These are the things that happen. It's not some fucking, fantasy that was created to tell you how you need to live your life. Okay? I mean, basic human decency, guys. Love, right? That's all it is, man. Show love, right? In everything and anything that you do, right? In everything and anything that you do. Is that hard to do? Absolutely. My wife will tell you, my kids will tell you. I am the first one that says, if you want to dance with the motherfucking devil, come on, okay? Because I can bring that devil right to the surface, okay? And I'm not afraid of it, right? I'm not afraid of it, right? But you're not going to bulldoze me. You're not going to crush me, all right? Come dance with me, motherfuckers. Let's go, okay? I mean, I know how to tell that devil when to go back down, right? I now know how to do that. I didn't used to. I didn't used to. Once my fuse was lit, it went until it exploded, okay? So, and it got me in a lot of shit, and whatever, it's in the past, water under the bridge, bye bye, okay. But you have to be able to control that side of you, right? And it's not easy to do, right? It doesn't matter in what situation, right? A guy talks to you too much, you get pissed off, whatever. So I've been able to do that for myself, and that is the part of the repair. That's the part of the fixing that takes place, okay. Is now that you can keep that darkness at bay. You can tell that devil to, as the fucking buffoon would have said, stand back and stand by. Okay, what a fucking clown. All right. But anyway, you keep that devil at bay, right? Okay. And you have to be able to let him out of the box. Okay. It has to happen, right? Because you have to defend the good, man, right? Or the devil plays too much. So that's what's going on in my head, right? That's the mental state of what's going on. I believe that um, I'm getting some rewiring done. Okay, neurological rewiring, neural pathways. I don't know what you want to fucking call them, right? One of the I was reading up on mushrooms. I think we talked about this a little bit, but I want to touch on a little bit more because it deals with mental health. And John Hopkins University has been doing studies on psilocybin, right? Which in microdosing, not going on fucking long journeys in the mind kind of stuff, although that's not bad. Can be, but I'll tell you a little bit about that, right? So anyway, they are finding success with microdosing psilocybin in the treatment of depression, right? In the treatment of, the negative side of the mind and helping it reconnect its pathways to the positive side. Okay. That's fucking groundbreaking stuff, man. Okay. I mean, that's next level shit, right? Okay. Because it's not man made, man. It's like weed. Okay. It is not man made, right? So, the United States Army did this, or the United States government. Let me take that back. Um, they studied, unbeknownst to soldiers during World War II. I don't know how they tricked them into it. Some kind of, we want you to volunteer for some kind of study, and they agreed to go into it. And they were dosing these motherfuckers up with LSD, man. Okay, I mean, minor doses and fucking, over the top doses that would fry your brain. Okay, and they ended up stopping because it wasn't working the way they were trying to make super soldiers, because the Germans, the Nazis, were feeding their military methamphetamines. Okay, that's why they could run the blitzkrieg, is because all of their soldiers were fucking amped up on methamphetamines, so they could go for fucking days and days and days without sleep, right? And if you look at the photos of them, and you look at some of the film from back then, you look at their eyes, man, they look like fucking zombies, right? They're just so fucking amped up, you know. So we were trying to compete with that, right? But that shit doesn't work, man. Right? The Germans lost the fucking war. They burn out. They fried, man. They fried their fucking brains. Look at Hitler. He fried his fucking brain, man. He fried. I mean, look at all the drugs he was taking. Jesus Christ. He had a doctor. He had a doctor that just fucking shot him up with shit. Downers to go to sleep, uppers to work, la la la, man. I mean, you know. So, um, so anyway, the whole point of that was the natural medicines that were provided to us by the universe, right? Not by God, right? Well, I mean, I don't know if it's God. Okay, call it God. Whoever created the universe gave us everything in the universe so we could have everything that we ever needed, right? And what I think has happened and what I believe has happened, and I got into an argument with the doctor about this. When was it? Yesterday or the day before? I can't even remember. Okay, but what's today? Monday, so I think it was Saturday. um, yeah, it was Saturday. So um, this fucking doctor was trying to tell me that psilocybin and LSD were the same thing, right? And I just looked at her and said, "You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, right? You have no clue what you're talking about." And from that point on, I had no, I couldn't believe anything she told me, right? Because, admit you don't know. I respect you for that, right? Admit you don't know, and I respect you, and we can talk about it. But tell me they're the same thing when I know for a fact they're not, and we're gonna have a fucking we're gonna have an issue. So from that point on, all I wanted was to fucking, get done with the test they wanted to perform on me and get me the fuck out of there because she wasn't gonna be able to tell me anything by that conversation. I already knew that, right? Beside the fact that she's in there trying to diagnose me for something by I don't know, looking at charts without doing any testing or not listening to the patient, right? She was telling me what's wrong. Tell. She wasn't listening to what I was telling her, right? So right from there, that's negative and positive. And I fucking went at her. Okay. And I went at her hard. And that's the point that I'm making is that anybody that, comes at me with bullshit, right? With what I know is bullshit, because I fixed myself, right? I was able to fix myself. I've seen through the bullshit. I can see through the bullshit, right? I mean, instantly, right? I can tell you whether I know you're fucking full of shit or not, right? And it doesn't take much. And I will confront you on it every fucking time, right? And if you raise your fucking negative energy level, guess what? I'm raising mine a little bit higher. And if you go higher, I'm going higher. And we'll do that dance as long as you want. Okay. We can do that dance as long as you want. My negative energy will go higher than yours. I promise you that. Okay. That I promise you. Right. Doesn't mean I'm going to kick your ass or fucking, stab you or any stupid shit like that. It means that in a debate over these topics, if you do not know what you're talking about, sit down and shut the fuck up because I will fry your brain, right? And why can I say this, right? Well, I can say this because, and I told this to my wife the other day because she got really pissed off at me. We had an MRI scheduled because she's concerned that I had maybe a tumor or something going on in my head that was causing all this shit, right? The doubt. She has doubt, and I understand why. And I respect her. I don't disrespect anybody that has doubt, right? But you can't tell me what I believe, and you can't tell me what I know because I'm the only one that knows that, right? And until you know what I know, right? Until you know what I know, okay, you're going to be a disbeliever. You're going to be a doubter, right? You're not going to understand, just like they did not understand Jesus Christ, right? Okay, the doubters and the non believers, they don't understand. They don't understand. So, they push back, right? So, you know, out of concern. Now, my wife and kids are not pushing back at me for, I don't believe, doubt or, anything other than concern for my physical well being, right? And I fucking love them for that, right? Um, but I'm still, you know, there's no persuading me, guys. There's no telling me that what I know is wrong. Okay, I don't care. You guys got to understand that. You know, you can think I'm crazy. You can put me in a padded cell. You can put me wherever you think I need to be, and it will not change what my message is. Okay, because my message is true. My message is real. And I did not get that message until I fixed myself. And nobody can. You have to fix yourself, right? You have to you have to confront your demons, right? To fix your mental state, right? Because that is all it is. That's all it is your demons. Your demons, not my demons, not devil's demons, not God's demons or Satan's demons or whoever's fucking demons. They're your demons, right? You you manifest them in yourself. You make them become real in your head. Nobody else, right? Nobody else. Okay? You make that become a reality. So why not make that part of your life be less of a reality and bring up the love side of your life and make that more of your reality, right? I mean, isn't that a better fucking solution? Isn't that a better way to be a human being? Isn't that a better way to treat your fellow man? I mean, isn't that a better way to live the life that we are designed to live? That's not religion, man. It's not religion, guys. It really isn't. Um, and I know you're going to push back on me for it, and it's okay. I expect it. Fuck, shit. People still push back on God. There's millions of people that don't believe there's a God, right? And there's millions of people that believe there is a God. Why is that? Well, who the fuck knows? Plus and minus, whatever. What are you feeding, right? But those that believe, look, here you go. I'm gonna fry the fucking Roman Church, man. Fuck them clowns. Okay, they are nothing but pigs. They're nothing but greedy fucking pigs. All right. Yep. Persecute me. I understand, man. I do. But let's call it fucking real. All right. Look at the garb. Look at the fucking garb the Pope wears to travel around. How many millions of dollars is that fucking thing on his head worth? Right? Really? How many? Why does he need this fucking millions of dollar crown to say he's the closest one to God? I mean, fuck off, man. What a joke. What a fucking joke, right? Let's get into the archives of the Vatican to see what they're hiding from us. Okay. That they're there for control, guys. Look how many millions of people they have by the balls, right? How many people they got by the balls, right? How many people do the Muslims have by the balls, right? How many people do the Jews have by the balls, right? They all have everybody by the balls to control them, right? To tell them this is the way you have to live. This is the way you have to live. This is the way you have to live. Not one time did I ever hear anybody other than Jesus say to live this way. And this way didn't include any of that bullshit. Okay. You show me where Jesus Christ, your Savior, okay, your fucking Son of God, your Savior, okay, said that this is how it's supposed to be. Okay, that you're supposed to follow this religion, and this race of people needs to follow this religion, and this race of people needs to follow this religion. What the fuck is wrong with you all, man? Okay, what? Come on, you think God said that? Huh? You think your gods say that? Really? You think your gods say, hey, if you're not a Jew, I'm not going to save you? Do you think your God says, if you're not a Muslim, I'm not going to save you? Do you think your God says, if you're not a Christian, I'm not going to save you? What the? No, man. That's a game. That's a game people play, right? I mean, look how much money they collect, right? Look how much property they own. Look at the Catholic religion And look how much property and land and money and jewels and history do they fucking own, right? That's not their history, okay? It is not their history. It is our history. We are entitled to that. We own that. We should be able to see all of it, all of it, okay? They don't fucking own it. God doesn't fucking own it. You own it. We own it. It's ours, okay? We're letting them own it. We're letting the Muslims own it. We're letting the Jews own it. We're letting the Buddhists own it because they're telling you how you should live, okay? Jesus Christ did not say any of that bullshit, okay? Let's get real, all right? Jesus Christ was a man, 100%. I do believe Jesus Christ walked on this earth, 100%. Okay. And as far as all the other religions, whatever you believe, okay. I mean, whatever. I'm just going by what I know. Okay. But, and I think a lot of other religions believes that Jesus Christ walked this earth, right? But he wasn't a Messiah, man. He wasn't a fucking Messiah, right? He was a teacher. He was a teacher. Okay. He was a shower. Okay. He was a seer. He saw. Ride my seesaw, man. Come on. Let's go. Ride it. Okay. Fix yourselves. Right. Let's fix each other. Right. Let's help each other. Get better. Be better. Right. Let's make the world better. Right. Fuck. This has been going on for a long time, man. This is not something that has just started happening. Okay. You know, we all talk about it. I'm gonna go back to the United States here. I don't know how many people around the world listen to this or watch this show, but it's called A Wonderful Life, right? It comes on every Christmas. One of my favorite shows, right? I love it, right? All those stories, they're cool, right? Polar Express is another one. I'm gonna touch on that in a minute, and that's gonna fry your fucking brains. Okay, so you know, it's a wonderful life, right? So old George, man, he's fucking lost in the sauce, man. He can't figure out his life for shit, right? Oh my God, what am I doing? So they send him an angel, right? This clowny fucking doofy ass angel, right? Because it didn't matter it didn't matter who sent the message, right? It didn't matter who gave him the message, as long as he got the message, right? The whole moral of the story is he got the message, right? And then at the end of the movie, right? And he's back home and they're all hugging and kissing, and his mortgage business is saved, and la 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 la. Okay, and it's kumbaya and peace, love, and happiness, and all that shit. I can't remember her name, but he's holding his little daughter, and they bump the tree and the ringing of the bell, right? And oh, Daddy, look, an angel gets his wings, right? And that was what Clarence, that was his name. Clarence, that fucking angel, that goofy bastard, got his wings, right? Because he fixed himself, right? And he fixed George, right? And he helped George fix himself. Look at the story, man. Watch the story. Could he fix George? Was he able to fix George? Could he just touch George and fix him? No. George had to fix himself, right? So George had to fix himself. How did he do that? Well, the angels gave him signs. The angel showed him the way to the fucking enlightenment, the way to the fix, right? And George started seeing them, and he started picking up on them. And as he picked up on the signs, guess what? The energy started shifting, right? Here comes the negative energies coming down. Here comes the positive. Oh man, George is starting to feel like $1,000,000. George is starting to feel beautiful and wonderful. And holy shit, George can do anything. George is a fucking god. Okay? George has figured out the game, right? So here's what happens, right? So little man, he got washed, rinsed, and repeated. The goofy angel, right? He got washed, rinsed, and repeated. He had to come back down here and fix himself. Okay. So he could get his wings and fly eternally in the universe at the right hand of God. Right. That's the deal. Right. So that's what we do. Right. So the doofy angel, when he died, he had never fixed himself. That's why he never became the angel. So he had to go back up. He got up there. They were like, "Oh no, you can't stay here, dude. I know you want to connect, and we want you to connect, but you got to connect the right way because in this dimension, it's positive energy. It's not negative energy. So we got to send you back down, right?" And they sent him back down to fix himself. And how he fixed himself was showing George how to fix himself, right? Help somebody else. Help somebody else. Help somebody else, right? help, share, create, give a hand up, right? This is what the game's about, right? So, my angels came to me, right? After I went through my bullshit and they helped me fix myself, man. Okay. They helped me fix myself. So my mental state is better, right? I believe it is correcting itself. And we're going to do whatever tests my family feels they need to do to satisfy their fears and doubts, right? Because I don't want them to fear and doubt because I'm not afraid and I don't doubt. So I don't want them to. But again, you know, by fixing myself, I'm hoping to help others fix themselves, right? And, maybe at some time, everybody's going to see it, or the ones that need to see it are going to see it because of the fight that is happening, man. You know, there is a fight. It's a real fight, and it's a fight of control, and it's a fight of power, and it's a fight of energy. And, I'm here to fight for the positive energy now. And I'm doing that with all of my heart and all of my spirit, right? All of my real me, all of my energy, right? Is now as because I was able to fix myself. I just want to help others see if they can fix themselves. And some people can't, some people won't, some people don't want to, and that's okay because it has to be that way. I'm only looking for the ones that want to be fixed, or that are looking to be fixed, right? If you're not looking to be fixed and you think you're fucking perfect and you think everything is fine in your life and all of that shit, just know that you're wrong, okay? That you're not even close to being right. Unless, unless, unless you are fighting for the positive change in the world, not in your, you know, not in your fucking wants. I don't want anything, not in your wants or your desires, right? I mean, this is coming from a place of mental balance, right? That's where it's coming from. And because it's coming from a place of mental balance, it's coming from a place of love, right? Because there are only the two energies, right? The dark and the light. And, you know, heaven and hell, right? Black and white, yin and yang, opposites and all that shit, right? That's all it is, right? So I have been able to fix myself to the point where now, for the remaining time that my body is here, I'm going to help others try to fix themselves, right? That's the mental aspect of it, right? And that's the hard part, right? That's the hardest part is to want to fix yourself, right? Because you don't think anything's wrong with you, right? You don't think anything's wrong with you, right? You went through some shit, right? That puts you in a negative state, right? And some people are able to, just keep it enough at bay to muddle through life, right? And not realize their full potential, right? And some people, get to realize their full potential, and some people never get to realize their full potential. And I'm looking for the ones that are trying to muddle through and above, right? The ones that never will, I mean, they're the negatives that have to be here. So guys, just know that, for my family that is concerned, that thinks that I'm having some sort of psychotic break, or that thinks that I'm having some sort of medical condition that is causing me to speak the way I've been speaking lately, um, you need to know that I am 100% fine. My mind is 100% clear. My physical being is in excellent condition. The I think my wife wants me to have an MRI, so she can rule out anything physical. So we're doing that for her, right? I know it's going to be fine because I know, and but I'll do it. I'll do it 1,000 times. It doesn't matter. She's my wife. My kids are my kids, and they walk they walk beside me. Okay. They don't walk behind me. They don't walk in front of me. They don't walk anywhere but beside me. They're my equals. Okay. In my mind, they're my equals. All right. They're my yang to my yin or my yin to my yang, however the fuck that works, right? But we're not opposites. We are one. Okay. We are linear. All right. We are one. Okay. Our species. We are one. Okay. And we need to start fucking acting like it. Or this shit show that we're playing in now is going to get worse. Okay. And I don't want that. I don't want that for my kids. I don't want it for my grandkids or anybody else's or anybody else, period, man, except for the fuckheads that want it. Okay. I'll go to war with them. They want to be dickheads. Let's go. We can be dickheads, right? I don't want to be a dickhead. I really don't. It's too hard, man. It's too much work. It really is too much work. But if I have to fucking rise up and go toe to toe to keep what I have pure, guess what? I'll fucking bleed, man. I don't care. What I know is that I'm doing is just and true and real, and it comes from a place of love. So, I've been able to here's what it comes down to, right here. You wash away the negative. This is the mental stuff, okay? And then I want to get off of here. I've been an hour. Holy shit. Wow. Um, so anyway, um, you know, I lost where I was going. So, but I got a lot more. Okay. We can talk about this. I could talk about this for days. Um, but I want you guys to listen. I want you guys to get out of my story whatever you can get out of it, to help you, if it can help you, if you want it to help you. If you don't, dude, I mean, guys, it's cool. I'm not here to convince. I'm not here to tell anybody how to do anything. It sounds like it, doesn't it? Right? Because um, I'm just here to leave breadcrumbs, man, and hope somebody picks them up. That's all. So just know that what I'm doing is coming from a place of pure love, and that's where it's going to continue to come from. But that doesn't mean that I won't be a fucking complete asshole if I have to be. Okay, because I will be, right? Because I need to be. All right. So I love you guys. Catch you on the next show. I don't know when. A lot of cool stuff, man. Our radio station is about. It's going to go live when I come back from Walt Disney with the Disney World with the grandkid and wife and daughter and baby daddy boyfriend. Um, we're gonna launch that, and that's gonna be cool as shit. That's gonna be the fucking. That's gonna be wild. I want to do a talk show on there that talks about shit that will get censored on here. Because these dickheads don't have any balls, right? Because sponsors and advertisers don't like it. Whatever. Fuck you. Come to my radio station. All right. I'm gonna tell you everything. I'm gonna talk about everything. All right. I'm gonna talk about shit that nobody wants to talk about. Right. You think this is hard talk? Wait till we start talking about that shit. But that's only gonna be one part of the show, right? That's gonna be like this. It might be an hour or half hour talk show, depending on how it goes at some point during the day, right? But then at night, I'm gonna go live on the radio from sometime in the evening. I haven't decided yet. 8 to 10 or 8 to 12 or so 9 to 12 or something like that. And it's all going to be music, right? Everything about music, music, all kinds of music, all genres of music, all ages of music. It doesn't matter, because it's good stuff. And we're going to talk about music. And, I hope to have people on the station that want to, get involved, whether it be an artist that wants to, get on and talk about their band, or get on and play a song, or I don't know, whatever. It's my station. I can do what the fuck I want to do. So we're going to do it all, right? Except for I will not promote any violence or any hate or any of that negative bullshit, right? I'll talk about it, right? But I'm not promoting it. Okay. It's got enough promotion. It doesn't need any more. I want to talk about music, and I want to talk about, and on the talk show, I want to talk about all this shit that we're putting ourselves through because we think we don't have another way. Anyway, peace it out, guys. I'll talk to you. I gotta go eat and I gotta go buy some shit. See ya. End this thing. How do you do that? End stream over here.